everyone. This is Miss Bowen from Pep Practice. I haven't seen everyone in a while. I've just been doing my private workshops. We have an information session, which is a revision of all the workshops that we did from March, yes. So I've been hosting some private workshops. This is the third workshop, and that workshop is on May the 8th, which is next week, Saturday. And this workshop will feature a mock ability test. Students will be signed up to our platform where they will sit a mock ability test of 40 questions. That test will be 1 hour and 50 minutes, similarly to the actual ability test that will be administered by the ministry on May 26th, or by the ministry, by invigilators from the ministry. So what happens in that workshop is that while you're doing the examination, you're going to be coached on how to sit the actual examination, but also once the examination is finished, you'll receive your grades immediately. A score is attached, and you see all the incorrect answers immediately. Once the examination is finished, students meet back in the class. So what happens initially, we meet in the class and we have a discussion, and then students sign on individually to the test and sit the test for the 1 hour and 15 minutes. Once that test is finished, we meet back in the classroom, where we're always in the classroom. We're not literally outside of the classroom, but we're not doing so much discussions while in the test. Just tips I would have provided to the individual students based on questions that they're having, or I'm providing general instructions on how to approach the examination. Once that test is complete, as I said, we join in the classroom for a discussion, and students are asked individually what questions were challenging to them, and we speak about the questions via discussion, and clarifications are made based on what the child thought the question was about or what the answer they provided was. So that's a good workshop to participate in. It's the final workshop for this year before May the 26th. As I was saying, there's another workshop, which is the revision workshop, and that's free of cost for students who have attended the other workshop. I'm thinking about publicizing the workshop, the final revision workshop. That's something that I'm still contemplating. Based on the feedback from the parents, I would decide what to do going forward where that workshop is concerned. But that's a whole wrap-up where that's the grand finale. That's on May the 15th, revision workshop, where we tie in all the things that we spoke about from the first inception of our preparation there in January, and we just put all the necessary things in place to be successful in the examination. So all of the loose ends are tied together. We're dotting our I's, crossing our T's, everything that you really want to know more about. Read the examination. That's what we're going to be doing on the 15th. But on the 8th, it's just a workshop where we sit a mock ability test, and then we have a discussion about the test. Now, I would have garnered some other materials from the Ministry of Education, and coincidentally, well, I knew it was going to be the same thing that I'm experiencing now, because I know that we were on the right path all along. So if you were here with me doing the revision classes, the public revision classes that we did in February and the earlier part of March, you would have seen where I dissected both the 2019 and 2020 past paper, ability test past paper, and deciphered the topics that were going to come and the examination. So I've received the listing that the ministry provided, and it is coincided with what I would have predicted earlier. Not only that, it alludes to the same practice, and I do feel confident and happy about it because I was always steering the children in the right direction. It's just to, what we're doing today is to let it be known, what were the topics and see how close we were in our predictions. So I'm pulling up the document now and the different topics. So we know that the two categories of questions, mental ability or the ability test, what we're accustomed to, has many different categories. So we can do nonverbal reasoning, quantitative reasoning, logical reasoning, which is a part of verbal reasoning, and so much others. But what the Ministry of Education is focusing on for the grade 6 ability test examination are verbal reasoning and quantitative reasoning. So these are the two topics, are the two huge themes that the ministry is focusing on. So we're not going to get any other question out of these scope. So the topics that will come under quantitative reasoning, I think we would have discussed this thoroughly, are patterns. So we know that patterns will come on the examination. We spoke about it earlier, and the ministry further confirmed it in the document that I'm reading now, that patterns will come on the examination. We'll also have representing quantities, which is using fractions and decimals. We spoke about that, and comparing quantities as well, using fractions, decimal, or ratios. So you can expect questions from these coming on the examination for 2020, May 26, 2021, sorry. Not 2020, 2021. And there's approximation and estimation, which we know as rounding off. There's also going to be data analysis using tables and charts on the actual examination, and we'll have general problem solving through worded questions. So these are the topics that will come on the examination. Patterns, representing quantities, comparing quantities using fractions, decimals, and ratios. Approximation and estimation using rounding off method, and data analysis using tables and charts, and we have general problem solving using worded problems. So that's for quantitative reasoning. Now the topics that will come under verbal reasoning, and we would have delved so much into this while we were deciphering the papers. So we know that there is analogy, classification, essential part, sequencing, test completion, reading, artificial language, and logical deduction. These are the topics that will come on the actual examination come May the 26th, 2021. So we were right with our predictions. And I just want to close off by saying this is not a long session today. This is just a preview of what the workshop will be like on May the 8th. Again, there's a workshop next week, Saturday, May the 8th is the final workshop that we're doing for this year for the grade 6 students to prepare for the ability test examination come May the 26th. So students will be signed up to our Canvas platform. The cost is $2,500 to attend the workshop. The workshop will run from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Once the payment is made, students will be signed up to our online learning management system and will have access to the mock exam that they will sit come May the 8th, 2021. So again, I want to just encourage the students to continue to prepare for the examination. We're almost at the end and you just want to tie in all the things, go back on the Study Other website. I'm sharing that website now. And the SAWAL website, the Study Other website and the SAWAL website. And Yes, just continue practicing. There are the ministry booklets. There are 3 booklets that the ministry have released. That's the booklet I was just reading from. I'm going to send my email and my WhatsApp information so you can reach out to me to get the booklet. But that's where we end for today. And I look forward to seeing everyone on May the 8th for the actual ability test workshop. Bye, everyone.